South African pharmacy chain Eskom Pharmacies Limited spent 91 million rand, $4.7 million on diesel, again, to run generators and keep its stores open in the year. Through March, the company is among a growing number of businesses that are being forced to find alternative sources of power as the state electricity utility implements daily blackouts because it's unable to meet demand. While Eskom's early investment in generator capacity resulted in minimal disruption to its ability to trade, it increased spending on diesel by 65% from the previous year, according to a statement published on Friday.
Eskom reported a 17% increase in annual net income to 1 billion rand, missing the consensus estimate of analysts in a Bloomberg survey. The unavoidable increase in operational costs to minimize the impact of power cuts will continue to affect earnings. It said in South Africa's Gauteng province lost 302,893 job opportunities because of power cuts, Beeld reported, citing the region's member of the Executive Committee for Economic Development, Tesneem Otar. The data was provided in response to questions by the opposition Democratic Alliance about the damage caused by outages to the economy of the country's most populous province, according to Johannesburg-based newspaper. Last week, the Sunday Times cited Electricity Minister Kaziensho Remarko Bupa, saying South Africa is set to lose more than 850,000 jobs because of the energy crisis.
Eskom refuted claims that the country is at imminent risk of grid collapse, even as it forecasts a risk of record power outages this winter because the state electricity company may not have enough supply to meet increased demand and efforts to increase generation face delays. The country faces a difficult winter as it heads into the cold months. With 3,000 megawatts less capacity than last year, the utility's acting chief executive officer, Khaled Passim, told reporters on Thursday. Eskom envisages a worst-case scenario of having to cut 8,000 megawatts from the electricity grid, a process known locally as load shedding, which would entail 16 hours of outages in a 32-hour cycle.
South African Public Enterprises Minister Pravin Gordhan, who oversees state power company Eskom, hit back at allegations by its former chief executive officer, Andre de Ruyter, that he had undermined the utilities management and hampered efforts to end an ongoing energy crisis. And
in his book, Truth to Power, My 30 Years Inside Eskom, published this week, de Ruyter said Gordhan would bypass senior managers to verify information with lower-level Eskom employees and sought to micromanage the utility.
He also accused the minister of failing to take cognizance of the challenges management faced as a result of the government's tardiness in approving new generation projects and tackling rampant corruption.